All right, just finished our really our first full scrimmage today. We've had a few half scrimmages through the course of the spring, but this was actually our first day of really bearing down on these guys and seeing what they've done and try to strain them a little bit. We went about 130, 140 play scrimmage right here, and saw some good things. Definitely a long way to go, but it was a pleasant surprise. We'll evaluate the tape, make an assessment of it, but we're getting better. These guys are getting better. Playing hard, that's what you'd expect here too anyways.
Seeing the guys get a little feisty out there for a little bit?
You know I do. It kind of jacks you up, gets the sidelines going, kind of broke the monotony of practice a little bit. And, you know, they got to understand that when that happens, you're done. You're kicked out, and we kick them out of practice, and they're done for the next half of the game. So we had a great teaching moment. And, great guys getting after each other, and that's what it's about. You get a little chipper in spring, and that's part of it. At least they're biting. That's the big thing. I'd be concerned if they wasn't biting each other.
Got 2 weeks until the spring game.
Yeah.
Which areas do you want to see the team improve in before that?
Well, all of them. Number one, all areas need to improve. Our defensive line needs to keep growing and keep coming on, get some depth. That's kind of our main one. Our offensive line is creating some depth as well. The quarterback battle is really going good. I think Matt had a really good day today, and Ben has pushed, and Daryl's had a good spring. So really, you got some great competition. James Prochet is making a push at wide receiver. And it's really, and what it's done is it's really made Raheem Malone so much better. Xavier Castile is another one's having a really good spring. He was hurt early on and really coming back. So really all positions right now. Our secondary is an area that is consistently inconsistent right now. And we've got to create some depth there. We understand that our young guys coming in, you know, we're going to have probably 22 guys that this football team's going to look different next August, because you're going to have so many young guys coming in that are going to have to play. And so we're excited to get those guys up here. A lot of them are here today.
Looking so far, what areas do you think that some of those young guys who are coming in the summer could really challenge for playing time?
Well, I definitely think in our secondary, I think that you'll see some guys pushing each other in the D-line, more so on the defense. You know, this was a heavy defensive signing class. I think we wound up signing 15 to 16 guys defensively. And so that's going to be an area that we need depth. You know, that's the thing. You can't play as fast as we play, and without having the depth that we need to have up front. And so that's been our challenge, is to create that depth.
James hasn't played in the game yet, but as he sat out last year, did you guys know you guys had a special player? Could you see spurts, from him as he sat out last year?
Yeah, watching him on scout team, and we'd line him up at scout team quarterback, we'd line him up all over the field, and he would give a tremendous look for us. And so we knew he was going to be special. But again, this is a guy that hadn't played. He dances a little bit too much for me right now. He's got to learn to hit it. It's not high school anymore. He can't outrun everybody. It's not going to happen at this level. So that's the part that he has to learn. But he's got an unbelievable talent and unbelievable skill set. And the thing you like about him is not only has he got a great skill set, but he's one of the hardest workers we got on the field. And Cortland Sutton is having a phenomenal spring. We know what Cortland's able to do. We're trying to push everybody else to see what they can do.
With Ben Hicks, from year one to year two, where has been the biggest jump in his development?
Well, just his knowledge of the offense and the understanding of where to place the ball. He gets the ball out of his hands really quick. Ben is a guy that's going to play. Ben's pushing right now, pushing hard, and we got a healthy battle at quarterback. And to be honest with you, we're not going to name a starter probably till right before we start in North Texas.
What do you guys want to see out of Ben and the other quarterbacks, really, to see them elevate their games?
Just consistency. We want to see the consistency on a daily basis. At the quarterback position, you can't have an emotional high, emotional low. It can't be up and down every day. It's got to be, all the great ones that I've coached always, had an even keel, and that's what you want. You want that even personality. When things are going really good, that you're not real high. When things are going really bad, you're not real low. You want to keep that even keel in there, and that's been our challenge to him, is just keep working and keep battling all of them through the process.
Which quarterback would you say has been the most consistent so far?
Well, that's really hard to say. I would say coming out of today, probably Matt. I thought Matt had a good day, and I thought Ben did some good things. It's really a day-to-day deal. I mean, there's not one guy that has really won the whole week. They're pushing each other in meetings, and everything counts. That's kind of what we talk about. Everything counts.
Last week you mentioned that Horace Richardson and Rodney Clemens were going to be getting into some of the green jerseys this coming week off their injuries. Have they progressed in rehab since then as you've liked to?
Yeah, we got Horace in some action this week in practice and non-contact, but we're able to get in some cover action, so that was good to see. Excited to see what he can do when we get him back healthy. We did get some guys back today that really played that hadn't been out maybe a few practices. We kept Xavier Jones out of practice today. He's a guy that's had a really good spring and kind of nursing a few little minor things, but I want to put the load on Braden West. I want to see what Braden can do today, and it was good to see him carry the load.
How do you think he did with that extended load on him?
I thought he did well. I do. I thought he did well. I thought that early on in the scrimmage, he kind of thought that, okay, it's going to be a long day, and he battled back. We put him in some tough situations, some short-yarded situations to see how he responded. I thought he did a good job.
How comfortable are you and your staff now in year 2 than you were last year?
Well, year 2 is totally different. I mean, it's night and day. Let me tell you. I mean, things just come a little easier. Everybody knows what to expect with each other, so that's been a pleasant surprise. And I expected that coming into year 2. Even from year 1 in Clemson to year 2 was just the transition, the expectations of what the kids expected of you is already there and already set. So, we're better. We're better than we were, but you would expect that in year 2. So we're going to keep pushing and keep fighting, and this will be a football team that we're going to get it right. I promise you. I've said that from the get-go. We're not going to stop now. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Coach.